All right, it's another installment of Coffee with Coach, although in this case, I don't know if coffee might be the most appropriate thing. Offensive coordinator T. Martin is with us. Should I have brought tea for you instead of going with the cold brew?
Toast, babe. Here we go. You got it.
All right. So
tea would have been good, too.
All right. Either way, anything that's cold, I guess, is probably a good thing coming off of a workout, I'm sure.
No doubt about it.
The one thing, and I don't think people realize just how accomplished of a player you were. You win a national championship. You backed up Peyton Manning, but you're the guy that actually has the natty. Take me back to some of those moments and winning a game like that and the emotions that are associated with it.
It was really big. It was good for the team, to finally be undefeated, having that pressure on you week in and week out. Yeah. It had been a couple years leading up to that point. A few good recruiting classes. Didn't do it all by myself, but it was a great time for Tennessee and in my career.
All right, so tell me what it's like, though, as a guy that played in the SEC and now coaches at one of the biggest brands in college football, USC. What do you tell guys about big-time football that are maybe even potentially leaving the West Coast? Because that's happening. Some of the best talent out this way is actually heading to the SEC.
Well, the first thing we talk about is just USC itself.
Yeah.
And although the talent down south and the SEC and those things, they have been dominant. We start with the guys that are on the walls here at USC, whether it's 7 Heisman trophies and 11 national championships, multiple guys in the National Football League when you turn on the TV on Sundays, and just looking at what we have currently now. We talk about that. We sell our tradition, our rich tradition, our history.
Look, I walked through the hallways here at the football facility, and you're right. I mean, just kind of the names and the faces we're familiar with. You've had an opportunity to be around a lot of Sunday quarterbacks. Matt Barkley, Cody Kessler, Sam Darnold now, and now you got a new guy in JT Daniels. Before we talk about JT, what's that common denominator with the Barkleys and the Darnolds of the world and Cody, obviously, not just football related, but kind of off the field? Like, what's that common denominator?
I think the number one thing that I think about in all of them, they were ultra competitive.
Yeah. All right. How does JT stack up with those guys?
Only 5 games.
Small sample size. But huge height.
Yeah. He is doing excellent. Yeah. I couldn't have imagined a young man who should be going to the prom this year and playing against another high school game is lining up on Saturday night, playing against an undefeated Colorado team, and went on the road to play Texas, on the road to play Stanford. And sometimes I have to remind myself, this young man should still be a senior in high school. Yeah. And so I'm super excited about what he's doing and where we're going to go with him. Yeah. If this is the true freshman year, then I'm excited about sophomore and junior years.
All right, before we finish up here, best USC moment for you is what?
Winning the Pac-12 championship, winning the Rose Bowl. Those 2 moments, I think, are my favorite moments. I had never been a part of a Rose Bowl. Growing up in the South, that's not really a game that the teams that you grew up watching play in the Rose Bowl much. And, man, that atmosphere was phenomenal, and the game itself was great. I would say those 2 were the height of my time here.
The game was spectacular. Pac-12 Network, we were there on the field as it was closing. It was probably the best football game I had ever been a part of. You know what, though? You just you bring up a great point, though, about the coaching, because Lane Kiffin's the one that brought you here. Clay Helton is now the coach. There's been a lot of change here. Yeah. You ever think about just how unpredictable the coaching business is, but here it is, all these coaching changes, you're still here?
Yes, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing to still be here, and all of those people that you mentioned are just good people. Yeah. In the coaching business, as you mentioned, it is a lot going on. It's people getting hired and fired every year. But if you can enjoy it with your family, and the head coach doesn't mind your family coming around. I have boys that are, son playing at Clemson, have another son that's a high school quarterback, and a little baby boy and a daughter that's in college as well. And anytime I have free time, it's nothing for any one of those guys over the years to say, take off, go see your kids. And I think that's been the best part of the overall experience. When we were having some ups and downs, at the end of the day, it still remained about family and taking care of the USC family while taking care of your own family.
Yeah, it's absolutely tremendous, and I appreciate your time. Giving me a few minutes and not being hard on me, because when I did this with Herm Edwards, I guessed on the type of coffee that he wanted, and I guessed right, and I wasn't sure if I should do coffee or tea. I did go with the coffee to keep with the theme. But
it's all good.
I appreciate it once again.
No problem, anytime. Thank you for having me.